Hey y'all, in this video, I want to talk about beware of the backdoor blindside slash betrayal. Now, I got this concept from the reality show Big Brother. It has been on TV for at least 25 years. I know I've been watching it on and off since middle school. And so in Big Brother, they use the concept of backdoor, which entails the head of household or the person who is in control for the week, who has the duties of nominating two people for eviction. Well, the back door comes in place where even though the head of household has nominated two people for eviction, neither one of those people are the real target. So the concept of backdoor come in because it takes plotting, planning, and scheming against a unsuspecting person to actually blindside them and evict them from the house. Also, along with the plotting, planning, and scheming on the part of not just the person that is the head of household or the person that is in control of the nominations, but there's going to take other players to fulfill this back door. And so often they use manipulation, lying, withholding information, and ultimately deception to evict this unsuspecting person out of the house. Now, if the plan is successful after a series of events and they're able to replace one of the nominations with the intended person to backdoor, now this person ultimately they feel betrayed, they feel blindsided because they didn't see it coming. Oftentimes, the house or the head of household, these people are smiling and cheesing and laughing in their face, letting them know that they're safe or making them think that they're safe when they actually are not. They're actually the intended target to be evicted. So I just use that game, that reality show, as uh, the basis of what a backdoor actually is. Now, over the years, I've come to understand that the enemy, often when he comes into our lives, he comes in through what? The back door. And in real life, when a thief is coming to your house to steal, how do they come in the house? 9 times out of 10, they're not walking through the front door, but they walk through the back door, just like the devil. He don't come through the front door. He come through the back door. And what does the enemy, or what is, the enemy's job? His job is to steal, kill, and destroy. So the other day, for whatever reason, God, he gives us revelation in some of everything. And this is why I always say, pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to what you hear. Pay attention to what you see, because you never know how God is going to get a revelation to you. You never know how or when God is going to talk to you. So one day, a few days ago, he just put it in my spirit, using the reality show Big Brother as to explain something that happened in my own life or something that I saw in my own life using the back door. So without me going into too much detail about these dreams, it was two dreams. So God showed me a dream and someone came through the back door in the dream. And in waking life, I was oblivious to what was going on. Just like in the show Big Brother, the intended target is oblivious that they're actually the target to be backdoor. In this case, I had no idea what was happening around me in my waking life. And so after a series of events happened, uh, God showed me a dream in which I saw this person coming through a back door. And again, how does the enemy come through? Normally through the back door. And I'm like, oh man, like wow, like this is, I always say this, like when I get revelation about things, this is real. Like this is real. This is happening. And thank you, God, for just shedding light and giving me understanding into these things. And so it happened again sometime later because first of all, God knows all of us and he know that one, I am his daughter that don't necessarily like surprises. I like to know things. And I'm not saying that he showed me things for the simple fact because I like to know things, but he shows me things in advance because he is good, because he is my father, and he don't want me to be blindsided by anything. He want me to know certain things so that I am not taken by surprise. So I'm not blindsided. But oftentimes, hindsight is 2020, as they say. Now, I really don't know what that means, but I feel like it goes there. But anyway, um, I appreciate that God has often made me aware of things. And even though he might have shown me some things, I might not have been fully able to understand it or put it together. But of course, all things awaits an appointed time to be revealed. So it happened again. Sometime later, he showed me someone coming through a back door, and there were some other symbols in the dream that in waking life I was oblivious to. And God, with his goodness, his grace, his mercy, and his love, was showing me something to come, something that had already happened, but it just hadn't been revealed yet. But he was showing me in advance again. Before that, it was actually revealed. And even then, after it was revealed, I still didn't find out until some time later. But God does what? He is the revealer of all things. He reveals all things that goes on in the dark. He will reveal it in the light. Again, the back door. I was oblivious in waking life, but he was showing me how the enemy had crept in once again through what? A back door. Fellas, ladies, people, beware of the back door. Beware of the blind side and the potential betrayal that will happen with this back door. How does the enemy work? Through the back door, through the back window, through an open door. That's how the enemy come in. But he is so slick. He is so cunning. He's not going to do it obviously. He's going to do it craftily. Now, because Satan is bold, he will, show you things in plain sight. But when you are minding your business and when you are minding God's business, you're not being a monitoring spirit trying to know everything. I know I'm not. I have too much I have too much going on. I have too much other things to worry about than what the enemy is doing. But God is so good. He don't want us to be in the dark about anything. Beware of the back door, blind side, and betrayals. He will inform you ahead of time. Pay attention to your dreams. Listen to what you hear. Pay attention to what you see in waking life. He's always talking. He's always revealing so that you don't feel blindsided, so you don't feel betrayed, because he's going to let you know ahead of time. Again, pay attention to the back door.